Good day, ladies and gentlemen, is your host, MC Spicer from Germany Residency Solution. This is a question that's been asked by one of my TikTok followers. The question was, I was in Germany and after some time, my asylum got finished. Ever since then, I stay out of my asylum camp. And now, I got a lady pregnant who is in possession of paragraph 28, and I have succeeded doing the father shaft with my national passport. Bro, I want to know, from the social, they said my address is no longer in the place I used to stay before. Now I want to know how I can get back in track. This is a summary explanation of the questions that is being thrown to me on TikTok, which I want to explain here on my YouTube channels. My new followers, you are welcome. Like, if anybody found he or herself in a situation like this, first of all, I'm telling you, there is a great chance for you to remain in the country, but you have to undergo some series of hard work. Number one, you have to look for a way to get yourself back to the system. You are getting yourself back to the system not because you are expecting to be granted an asylum, but you are expecting to be a legal resident of the country in one way or the other. And the only way you can do that is by seeking a fresh asylum. After seeking a fresh asylum, why is it important for you to seek a fresh asylum? It is important for you to seek a fresh asylum because without a resident or a valid document, they will not allow you to do custody right for that your child. And without custody right for that your child, you are not entitled to a resident permit through that your child. So for that reason, you need to go through a fresh asylum that will now legalize you, that will now legalize your stay. Then you will now be entitled to a valid document, whether Duldung or Aufenthalt Gestattung. Then with this, you can now request for a legal right custody to that child. If you listen to the question, he've already succeeded doing Vaterschaft, which is like a parental identity, legalization of parental identity, which is accepted in this country, whether you are living here or you are not living here. But the custody right is very important to this country because if you don't have a full address in the country, how can you carry out your custody right? So in this case, my brother, what you're going to do now, since you have gotten the Vaterschaft and they have told you the former address you were before, you can no longer stay there, all because you have been long away from that same address. What you should do now is get yourself into the system back by seeking a fresh asylum. It might be difficult at first. They might tell you no at first, but definitely when you come up for a fresh asylum, they will still transfer you to that place you were before. So at least you now have a legal document that states that you are a resident in one of the states of the country, and that now permits you to do your custody right, which is called Sorgerecht. With this Sorgerecht and the Vaterschaft you have done, even if they now finally ask you to leave the country again, you can now apply for a resident permit, no longer through Asylumrecht, but Ausländerrecht. Ausländerrecht, the right you have now is by telling the sole office or the sole state that I have a child with which I am mandated by law to carry out some of my responsibility or some of the critical decisions in this child's life. So for this reason, I have a right to remain in this country. With this, you will remain in the country. Definitely, it's not going to be just with a snip of a finger. It's going to be a process. So that is the answer to this question. Thanks for following Germany Residency Solution. And for more updates, keep subscribing, keep commenting, let your engagement speak for you. I remain your host, MC Spicer. Thank you. Bye.